Hello, my sweet friend. I am Cristina Arevalo, a cake decorator, coach, and teacher, and I am here to empower my fellow cake artists to unleash their creativity and unite as a strong cake community. Whether you are a seasoned professional or just starting out, this podcast is here to support and empower you on your cake decorating journey. Let me coach you for success by setting achievable goals, understanding that managing your time and having a positive mindset, knowing your customers, and learning how to teach your craft are all as important as flour, sugar, and eggs. I'll share what has worked for me from a very personal and relatable perspective. My goal is to help you establish your presence, reduce stress related to time and working hours, and engage in cake collaborations and competitions. Eventually, you could become that featured cake artist in a magazine or teach at international events just like me. Welcome to the Art Cake Coach podcast. Hey, my sweet friend, if you like this episode and enjoy this podcast, there is only one thing I want from you. Please like, follow, and leave me a started review in any of your favorite podcast platform where you're listening to this podcast now. This way, this program can keep growing. The algorithm will show it to more cake artists who will benefit from it. Download the episode, share it on your social media, and tag me, and I'll gladly tag you and follow you back. I would love to hear what you have to say. You can leave me a voice message on Anchor, Spotify for podcasters, answer the questions and polls on the episode, or leave me a comment on my social media. Even if you don't like what I say, I would love to hear your opinion. And let me invite you to follow me on Instagram as at the Art K Coach or in any of my social media accounts. I'll leave you all the links in the description of this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Art K Coach podcast.
Pack your body bags. We're going on a slaycation. Tim, what's a slaycation?
A slaycation is a murder or mysterious death that happens while you're on vacation.
If you like to mix humor with horror and travel,
Join me, Kim Davis,
And me, Adam Tex Davis.
and me, Jerry Colbert,
as we look at the craziest slaycations that will have you asking, what the F is wrong with people? You can find Slaycation on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Just remember, getting away can be murder.
Well, hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Christina here, super happy to have you back another week here on the second week of April. And today is a very special day because it's my daughter's 22nd birthday. I just want to wish her happy birthday, even though probably she won't hear this episode because, 22 years old, they don't want to listen to their mama on a podcast. But anyway, I want to wish her happy birthday. And we keep today's or this month's episode business focus. It's almost like a business focus series that we're working on. Last class. I'm a teacher. I always talk about last class. It wasn't last class. Last episode, we talk about the cake business survival guide and 5 mistakes that will break you and how to fix them or that will break your business. And I think it was really good. I had a very good turnout. I love doing that episode. And today, because what we're doing, we're warming up to time management because next month is going to be all about time management. So, warming up for time management. Well, next month, no, we're actually going to start in April, but warming up to time management. I think before we get into time management, we need to define what are we managing, right? Um, Clarity is step one of making time management effective. And sometimes we are so focused on the management. Actually, one of my coaches in one of my groups mentioned that the other day that she was so focused on organizing everything that she was feeling that she was missing the whole point, which was working on her business or working where she felt more productive. So what are we really managing? What are we really doing? We are so focused on the plan, on the agenda, on the planner, on the app or whatever is that we use, and sometimes we kind of miss the point. In order to go back to the point of our business, we have to be very clear on what we're doing, why we're doing it, and who do we serve. And that, my friends, is called a business pitch. However, I don't want you to think of a business pitch for a business investor. I want you to think of a business pitch for yourself. Actually, I'm going to tell you a story. I've been I'm always working on cleaning up my website and making it more efficient, and working on the SEO, all of these things that we need to work on when we want to clarify our business and we want to be seen online. And as I decided to, I'm not going to announce it just yet. No, actually, yes, I'm going to announce it today. Yes, I decided to reopen somehow the art cake experience, which it was my cake business, but I'm not going to make cakes. I'm going to be focusing on toppers, edible toppers, modeling edible cake toppers. And I wanted to reopen it. It's going to be officially open this month, or back on track, because I left it for a while. I missed it a lot, and I wanted to diversify. Actually, I'm being honest. I just wanted to diversify my business, and doing that and organizing everything, I had to be very clear on everything that I do. And this is a funny thing that happened the other day. I was walking my dog and I found there is a math teacher who has been my oldest daughter, the one turning 22 today, and my youngest daughter, the one who's 13. She's been like her math tutor, their math tutors for I don't know how many years, a lot, because my oldest daughter is already in college and she started when she was in high school. So for a long time. I think she saw me pregnant with my second daughter, and now she's teaching her. And they actually live, there are neighbors that live really close by, and they have a dog. And I met her husband the other day in the park. I was walking my dog. He was walking their dog, and their dog actually recognized me and my dog, and he came and she came to say hello, and she was all happy and jumpy and everything. And the husband was like, calling the dog, and I was like, "Oh, I'm Emma's mom, and I'm Marina's mom." It's like, "Oh, okay, hi, how are you?" And talking and talking and talking. This is too long, but anyway, talking about the dogs and about the kids. He asked me, "And how are the cakes doing?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm not baking cakes anymore." "Oh, you're not baking cakes. So what do you do?" And actually, I froze. I was like, well, and at the moment I realized, like, how do I explain somebody who knew me from baking cakes that now I have a podcast, I am a coach for cake, and all of this in Portuguese, not in English. Because actually it's easier in English. The word coach in English, I don't know. People resonate more in English than when I say coach to Portuguese, they're like, oh, another one. I don't know. It's different. It's weird. So I was trying to go for mentor, like a mentoring cake artist to organize their business and their time and being effective. But I also have a podcast, but I have a key community. And I realized, oh my God, I didn't know how to explain to this random person that I met what I do. And because I do a lot. But anyway, I was like, what? And I came back and I sat down and said, well, I need to organize this. I need to make it, an easy, simple, like if my mother's in law cousin asked me, what is it that you do? I will be able to explain it in simple words. So I decided to go back to my business pitch. I decided to go back to it's called elevator pitch as well, but not for an investor, but for me to clarify things and for others to understand it. I start doing. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I started doing it all by myself, old-fashioned way, the way I learned it through all the business courses that I have. And there was a point that I was kind of stuck. And I have to be honest, I went on ChatGPT, but I fed ChatGPT with everything that I already had, and ChatGPT made it simple and easier. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. So thank you, ChatGPT. I do use it. Sorry. And I'm being honest. And it was actually a time saver. And I thought, well, this is interesting because putting together what I just said with what my coach said. Well, maybe we need to do an episode on clarifying that business speech, defining what you do, and the next step to organize everything in your business is the dream of scaling your cake business and how you're going to work towards that. So don't go anywhere because this episode is packed with clarifying materials or questions. I really want you to get clarity on today's episode. And this episode is about to start. The new issue of Delicious Magazine is out. Delicious Magazine, a must have international cake, cookie, and sugared art magazine, both digital and prints. This monthly magazine is filled with interviews, tutorials, competitions, and giveaways, business information, cake collaborations, the latest trends, and information on your favorite sugar art decorating products. Delicious Magazine also features your cakes every month in our Let's Get Social feature. Go to the link in the description of this episode to purchase your monthly copy, or you can save up to 45% when you sign up for an annual subscription. Pay once and get a whole year of magazines sent to you directly on your email. You can also pay monthly and save 20% of every issue. There are no tie-ins or contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Thank you, Delicious Magazine and Kelly, for sponsoring today's episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. So, many cake artists try to get organized without knowing what they're organizing for. If you don't know where you're going, every task feels urgent and important. So, the first thing you need to clarify is why no? In order to clarify your time management, you need to clarify your business. Time management needs a foundation. Otherwise, you can plan whatever you want, you can organize whatever you want, but you're always going to feel that you're just organizing and you're not actually moving your business forward. Productivity without clarity is just busyness. It's not a business. It's just busyness with better stationery, with a lot of little nice and cute and beautiful papers. But that's it. So, what exactly do you do? We're going to try to work together to organize or to write what your business is or what do you do in one sentence. So, I want to invite you to create a clear and simple business pitch. It's not for investors, it's just for you. It's for you to get that clarity that I mentioned in the intro of the episode. I want to help you filter every single part of that speech, okay? Decisions, attract the right customers, and set aligned goals. Like, for example, I help these people by creating this thing so they can, what's the outcome, okay? I'm going to work on that with you by the end of the episode, but this is the idea what I want you to get. Sort of like I help busy moms celebrate special moments with custom cakes that feel personal and unforgettable. Okay, this is very nice. This is something that you can put into your bio or your profile on your social medias, but you can even make it simple, even more simple than this. Clarity in one statement can affect everything from pricing to marketing to finding the right client to selling to boosting your confidence and to really clarify where your business is going. So, how are we going to get to this point? Here I wrote a few questions that you can ask yourself in order to clarify everything about your business. Number one, who do you serve? Who's your ideal client? Be as very specific as possible, like busy moms, couples planning their weddings, corporate clients, allergy conscious family. Who is your ideal customer? Question number 2, what do you create? What types of cakes or products do you specialize in? Is it custom wedding cakes, sculpted cakes, gluten-free desserts, characters cakes for kids? In my case, like I told you, I'm reopening my edible cake topper, modeling cake topper business. So, what do I specialize in? Modeling edible cake toppers. That's it. What makes your work special? What is your unique twist, your unique skills, a style that sets you apart? In business, this is called a unique selling point. What is that thing that is different from you than anybody else? Is it a design style, a flavor, personal service, storytelling through cakes, delivery, the whole experience as a customer, maybe the simplicity of your cakes, maybe a unique design that you repeat throughout all your work. What is that thing that makes your work special? Another question you can ask yourself is, what value do you offer? In business, we think about transformation because we think of our services as a need that transform the customer into something they don't have. But as we mentioned before, and we had the amazing Natalie here on the show, it is not a need. A cake is not a need. Actually, a cake is a luxury. So, what is the value of that luxury offer? How does your cake make your client's life or party or event or moment better, special, easier, memorable? Is it you're saving them time? You're creating emotional impact. You're making events even more memorable. How is it? What is that value that you offer? Why are you doing this? This is very important. And everything we do, I started with a why. What is your deepest motivation or purpose for building this business? Why are you doing it? What is that boost, that energy that moves you to do this? Is it, it could be to make extra money. That's good. That's a good why. Do you want to create freedom to support your family, to build a brand, to inspire others, to become a household name? You want the extra money. Yes, but go very deep on that why. If your why is to support your family, let's do that. To support your family with some extra money. Why do you want to support them? What is that money for? What kind of support are you going to give them? Is like, so your husband doesn't have to work extra shift to take the kids into, I don't know, special theme park? Is that it? So you can do that? Or is it because you want to go out, buy your own stuff, and go out with your friends without having to take money out of the account of the house? I don't know, whatever it is, but make it very, very specific. And finally, where do you want to go with your business in the long run? Let's imagine this. If things go well, if things go like 100%, this is the way I want my business to work. What does this business look like in 3 to 5 years? Is it going to be more orders, online courses, a physical shop, a product line, a team, a balanced life? What is it that you want with your business in the long run? All of these questions can help you actually clarify what is that thing that you really want from your business, and to really set that business pitch for you. So you can, if you randomly find somebody in the park, just like I did, you can say, I help, or I do, or I create, or I bake this by creating this, so my clients can have this. And my clients are this people. You can do that. So don't go anywhere, because in the next segment, I'm going to share with you some more tips to think of the long run and the scaling of your business. As your cake coach, I am here to help you. If you want to go a little bit further in your journey, to organize your time, set clear goals, maybe teach, work on your mindset, or set a roadmap for results, especially for results and success, I am here for you. Why don't you book a free discovery call with me? I will be leaving the links here in this episode so we can chat, we can talk about what you really need, and we can see if we're a good fit for each other. Remember, I have just one mission in this cake world. First is to unite the cake community as one and to make you, my cake artist, my sweet friend, understand the importance of investing in you. Like I said, I will be leaving the links here in the description of this episode so you can book a 30 minutes free discovery call with me. And just remember, in case nobody said this to you today, I do appreciate you and I want you to stay safe and stay creative. So, my sweet friends, let's dream a little bigger. I want you to think of long term and scaling your cake business. If this cake business works out, what's the best version of it? How do you see that business? I want you to visualize the future. Like I mentioned in the questions before, in 3 to 5 years, where do you see yourself? I'm going to give you an example of okay, let's work on my business. Like I said, I just started again my cake modeling cake toppers, edible modeling cake topper business, right? Uh, it's it's somehow I feel like I never left it, but I actually did. I was solid and only working on cake collaborations, but thanks to some amazing clients, my old clients that sometimes they call me like I said, "Well, I'm not doing that anymore." I was like, "Oh, yes, you are. For me, yes, you are." So, thanks to them, I started thinking and I said, "Well, you know what? I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to go back. I really miss it. And I want to diversify a little bit more my income and my business. And I think it's time. I have more knowledge. I'm more prepared. I'm more mature. And actually, this time, I really know what I'm doing. So, I think I'm going to reopen my business. So I set a plan in motion. The launching plan is actually on Instagram. The last day is today, so you're the first one to hear officially the reopening of this. It's going to be launched also on the social media platforms, and that's it. And I'm already working in a couple um, of toppers that my clients ask me for, and I'm very happy with it. Now, it's set in motion, it's happening. Now, where do I see my business in 3 to 5 years? Well, I have two visions for my business. I haven't really clarified it yet, but one of the visions that I have is to um, create become a household name for modeling toppers, create my own line of modeling toppers so I can teach those toppers, maybe internationally, locally, or internationally. I would love to go into different cake fairs and cake events and just teach and demonstrate. I love that. Of course, keep selling the toppers, but especially into teaching because that's the thing that I love the most. I already tried the online school, and I don't think that's in the cards for me right now. So I would love to go back to one on one or group teaching. I miss the classroom, so I really want to go back to that. So that's probably the vision that I have for my business in 3 years. In five, I don't know, but in three, for sure, that will be it. So let's think that is my vision for my business. Now, I want you to think as I'm thinking with you beyond just baking. What else can we do to make our business grow? Like products, teaching, like I said, a team, a storefront. Honestly, I don't think I will have a storefront. I really enjoy working on my own and having my own time. A team. I definitely want to delegate more, but it won't be probably in the modeling part. It will probably on the business part. Teaching for sure, as I told you. Products, yes, it's something that is in the future, but not for now. But just thinking on all of this is giving us an idea that this business is here to stay. It's not just, let's just make a little bit of money and that's it and see what happens. If it doesn't work, I just quit it. That's it. I really love my toppers and I really love modeling with sugar paste and modeling paste. So I really want to stay here for the long run. Now, how this vision guides the systems that we build to manage our business. If you want to scale, you need workflows that are scalable. So, why do I bother on already creating workflows and time management for a business that I don't know where it's going? And sometimes I'm not even clear on what it does. If I know where my business is going, so all that workflow that I'm going to create will be scalable, it will grow with my business. Let's give an example. If you want to teach one day, like I said, maybe I start documenting techniques now. I start recording things now so I can share them on social media. I start creating a step to step guide that I can later work on a classroom with my students. I can really start right now and I will have half of the work done when I'm teaching. So, think about that. Where do you want to go? Because from that everything you do, even the way you market your business, even the way you present it to your clients, even the clients that you get are going to be, let's say, determined by how you see that your business is going to go. So, said that, what I want you to do is I want you to really start dreaming, but in order to focus your business. I really want you to go from, oh, I wish, to that's where I'm going. And that's what I want you to do this week. I want you to take simple and actionable steps to actually consolidate that focus and not only have it as a dream on your business. So, what are you going to do? You're going to write down your business pitch, but for yourself, not for a business investor. We can work on that later on, but for now, I want you to have clarity for yourself. So, like I said, if you find somebody in the street that randomly asks you what you do, you can actually answer properly and present your business with all their characteristics and nuances that need to be presented. So, I want you to keep it as simple as possible. Don't worry, I won't leave you alone. There will be a downloadable worksheet here on the episode that you can actually answer specific questions so you can get to your business pitch. I want you to brainstorm your dream vision. This will be step number 2. What would success look like in 3 to 5 years for you, okay, and for your business? And then I want you to highlight 1 or 2 changes you can make now, today, that align with that vision. Okay, so it's 3 simple steps. Step number 1, let me repeat it. Write down your business pitch with the help of the downloadable worksheet that I'm going to leave here on the episode. Number 2, brainstorm your vision, your dream vision. What would success look like for you 3 to 5 years from now? And number 3, I want you to highlight 1 to 2 changes you can make now that will align with your future vision for you and for your business. If you have any questions, if you want to share whatever you're working on, you can DM me, you can go into our group on Facebook. It is the Art Coach community on Facebook. It's a private group, so just ask to join, answer the questions, and you will be welcome in the group. The links are in the description of the episode. You can DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. You can send me a message directly to from my webpage that will go into my email. All of the links are here in the description of the episode. And maybe share your pitch with me and tell me where do you see your business? Maybe I can help you tailor it for clarity and for your business to be scalable right later. So to wrap up today's episode, and these episodes have started to become shorter because I really want to focus on the business part. To wrap up today's episode, you don't need a 10-year plan. You just need a clear picture of who you are and where you're going. Okay? You don't need a full on business plan, mumbo jumbo, all these things that you have to write on it because there are a lot to write on it. You just need a clear vision. Okay? Next episodes, we will work on building a system for workflow and time management. So now that you have clarity, you can actually make it work. So, my sweet friends, this is it for today. Remember, you have the key questions here, and you will have the key questions in the description of the episode on a downloadable worksheet so you can get clarity on your business pitch, not for business investors, but for yourself. And with this, my sweet friend, I say goodbye as I always say goodbye. Stay safe and stay creative. I'll see you next time. Hello, my sweet friend. Let me invite you to subscribe to the Art K Coach podcast exclusive content platform. By becoming a member, you'll get exclusive monthly content and access to audio classes and workshops on goal setting, time management, social media posting, pricing mindset, and teaching. Get access to exclusive bonus content for only €2.99 a month. Check out the link to subscription platform on the description of this episode. Let me help you on your cake journey and coach you for success here at the Art K Coach podcast. Hey, my sweet friend, if you want some more extra material and extra information about setting your business page and how to scale your business, I will be recording some extra steps and more information on niche message. Who do you help? How do you help them? And what do they get out of your business? Your hero quest. What is it that you do that is unique? Purpose, mission, and unique selling point, and finding the market in the gap about your business. All of that will be recorded on the subscription channel of the RK Coach podcast. I will be leaving the links here on the episode so you can go and enroll. Enroll. It's not enroll. You can be part or access this exclusive content for only €2.99 a month. And we already have tons of content in there, and you can also have some extra content on today's episode. So I hope to see you there. Meanwhile, stay safe and stay creative.